Hi guys, it's Chris with City Your Homestead. And so tonight I'm kind of creating this myself. So we'll see how it goes. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't. So I'm trying to get rid of stuff that is in my freezer, refrigerator, do all that good stuff so that, you know, I actually know what's in there. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've had these chicken nuggets now for quite a while. So we're going to get and use those. So before I start any of the other prep, we're going to put all these on the platter, or the pan here. We're going to get them separated. And I just kept them in the bag, and then I kept them in a gallon baggie as well, so that they could stay nice and fresh. So we're going to put those in the oven. And I'm going to set them for 15 minutes. So in that 15 minutes, we're going to get some of our prep stuff done that I want to do. Alright, so if you remember the other day when we made those one burritos, I had some of that mixture left. And I thought, why not add that to today's recipe? I don't know how it'll taste with it, but I don't think it'll be too bad either. So I'm going to take all that mixture I had left over. And this is part of the reason I'm not going to add any beans to it, because if you remember, we had refried beans inside the recipe. So, and in this bowl, what I'm going to put is, you know, I have my green onion tips, and they are frozen. So I'm going to put some in this bowl and let them start to thaw out, because I'm going to use that as a garnish on top. I just checked my onions today. They're not doing well. It is our first year, so, you know, you live and learn. I got a whole bunch more cucumbers. I pulled up all my radishes, my watermelon ones, and the really big ones had bites out of them. So there won't be any canning of those. And my beets are not getting that very big either. But I do have quite a few cucumbers. I think I got 8 or 10 today, and there's still quite a few on the vines. And the vines, believe it or not, are already starting to die out, which is kind of weird, but you know, we've gotten quite a bit already from it. So now I'm going to slice this lettuce up really, really thin. And I kind of want it in small pieces. Now hopefully this works out the way I envision it in my head. Alrighty. And I'm just going to put that in the bowl until we're ready for it. Tom is on his way home from Detroit. Courtney had a meeting today, so they're getting a late start getting home. Alrighty. So I'm going to get this stuff put away. We're going to wait for those chicken nuggets to get finished up, and then I'll be back. Alright, so while those chicken nuggets are finishing up, I'm actually going to add a little bit of salsa to that meat, and to the chili and the beans, I should say, just so it can thin it down just a little bit and give it a little bit of a spicier taste. Now this part, you know, you don't have to do it. You don't have to add the beans. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can add whatever you want. You know, it's your recipe, whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to figure out a way to use up, you know, things that I have stragglers in my freezer. I'm going to add just a little bit more, because my chili is not spicy. And the chicken won't be either. But I do want this completely warmed before I put it on. I'm going to turn that in a little bit, and I got 2 minutes left on my chicken, and I'll be right back. Now I'm still letting my chili and stuff warm up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take each of these nuggets and I'm going to cut them in half and then half again, so in quarters. Be real careful if you got your container your hand really close to your pan so you don't burn your hand. Because it's hot. It just came out of a 400-degree oven. Just like so. And they're beautiful. Just like the day I put them in there. I mean, you could put them on there whole if you wanted to. I just don't want to bite into a great big old piece of chicken. I think it'd be nice to have little bite sizes. So I'm going to get these all cut up and then I'll be right back. Well, Tom's on his way home from the parking ride. My son Bobby should be home by 10 from Chicago. And our son Nate should be on his way up from Tennessee. It's been crazy. So I've got my nacho chips put out, and because I'm not using a liquid cheese this time, I'm just going to put a small layer of cheese over top of those chips. I don't need it to be very thick with chips. I have some left because actually Jack's been doing his own thing, so if I have leftovers he'll come over and get it, but his roommate's been cooking. So I'm going to take that mixture and I'm going to kind of just plop it around. I think this will be a great, you know, additive to it. And it just shows us if we have leftovers of something, we can always make something else out of it. You know what I mean? We don't have to, you know, put it in the freezer or, you know, use it right up. We can actually use it for something else. And I think that's great. Whenever we can, you know, make something and it ends up being a couple of meals, even if we just change what it is, I think that's a good thing. Alrighty. So that's how much of that I had left. Quite a bit, huh? So now we're going to take that chicken and we're going to spread that all along it. These should be nice and wonderful bites to take from the nachos. Tom was going to stop and get gas, and I told him, can you get gas tomorrow? Dinner will be done by the time you get home. And he's like, okay. So look at that. I used up leftovers, and I got rid of all those chicken nuggets that I had in the freezer. Not a bad deal. Alright, so now we're going to put more cheese over top of that, because they are nachos, so you want them to be nice and cheesy, right? I just took another bag of cheese out of the freezer, so we're good. That should be enough. And I have just a little bit left, so there we go. Alright. So now I want to throw these in the oven until everything's nice and toasty and melted and all that good stuff. I still have it at 400, so it shouldn't take too awfully long. But when they're done, I'll bring you back so I can show you what I want to do to it next. Alright, so take a look at that. Everything's melted. So now I want to take, not that big piece of lettuce, and I want to put lettuce over top. If I got leftover lettuce, there's no reason I can't have a salad tomorrow. Always use up what you get. And then we're going to use those green onions. Now remember, when you freeze them, they're not going to be crunchy. It's just going to be for the taste. Just for taste, that's it. Alright, so we got that. Then what I want to do is take little dollops of sour cream and kind of just dollop it all over the top. Just like so. That way everything is all ready. You just put it on the plate and it's ready to go. I think I can put a couple more little dollops over here. Maybe one there. Alrighty. Then I want to take a little bit of that salsa and kind of just drizzle that on the top. And that's in place of like chopping up tomatoes. I have tomatoes I could chop up, but I figure if you're gonna, you know, decorate it up with tomatoes, it might as well be spicy tomatoes, right? Why not? Alrighty. So this is piping hot. Let's find a piece with the chicken and everything on it. That is really good. Alright. Well, Tom should be here in a minute. And we'll let him do a taste test. Well, hi Tom, how are you?
Oh, I'm just dandy. How are you?
Good. Those are chicken nugget nachos, and I used the leftovers from the burritos the other day too.
Well,
So I kind of put a little bit of everything in there.
got everything with the kitchen sink in there?
Oh, pretty close.
That's good.
You like it?
I like that seasoning.
I used the I can't think of I added a little bit of the
Chili powder?
no, I can't think of it, but never mind. I added some to that too. The salsa.
Salsa. Oh, yeah.
I just had a total like moment, but I added salsa to the you know, the beans and the.
You had a blank one, you know.
I did. I hate when I do that. Usually my kids will fill in my words and they'll threaten me. They'll go, "We won't help you finish your sentences, Mom." I'm like, "Don't do that."
Help me.
So pretty good for chicken nuggets.
Good.
And used up the leftovers. And where we don't eat, we're going to take down to the homeless right after dinner, huh? Unless you're going to eat all that by yourself.
Homeless might starve them.
Well, if they do, they do, I guess. So you keep eating. No work for you tomorrow, and hopefully Nate will be here.
Yeah.
You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.